Hello there! We finally have a Lego chopper. So today I will be taking a look at the new Lego Star Wars C1-10P, aka Chopper, set 75416. This Lego set is 1,039 pieces and will retail for $99.99 USD starting on May the 1st. In my description of this video down below, you'll find an affiliate link. If you're ready to purchase this Lego set and you use my link, it's gonna throw a few bucks my way and help support my channel. Now this Lego set was sent to me for free by Lego, so thanks Lego for sending the set over to me for review. As always, all thoughts and opinions are my own. Okay, so if you know anything about me, you know that I love Rebels and I love Chopper. Chopper is my absolutely most favorite droid, and pretty much since day one of building Lego, which is almost 3 years ago to the day, I have wanted Lego to make a Lego chopper. I was like, why don't we have a Lego chopper? It made no sense to me that there was no Lego chopper. So that day is finally here. In that time, I bought this really cute Lego Brickheads chopper from Imperial Bricks. It's honestly really cute. I'm not gonna outwardly claim that I'm the reason that they finally made an official Lego chopper, but I'm not gonna not say that. My one qualm with this set is that it is based on the Ahsoka series, so some things are different from Rebels chopper, like his eyes are blue in the cartoon versus gray in the Ahsoka show, and then he has a green leg and this one has a gray leg, which obviously some time has passed between the end of Rebels and the time of the Ahsoka series, so like it makes sense that he would have gotten a new leg. I think those are really the main differences. And to be quite honest, despite the fact that he is based on the Ahsoka show, I still think he's super perfect. Like the buildable Lego sets that Lego makes, I think are just some of the best that they make. I love the buildable figures and I think they display so well together too. Just to note, there is technically one previous Lego chopper that came in the Droid Builder set from this past fall. I lost the other arm though. But this barely counts. It came with 3 other droids that you may not have wanted, and it was $100. This one does seem to be more Rebels based because there's more sand green details, whereas this one has no sand green details. Here's a quick look at the instruction book. There's not much going on here other than a screen grab from the Ahsoka series, probably to answer everyone's questions about why he doesn't look like Rebels chopper. Then you're like, see, it's exactly like it. Here's what that sticker sheet on here looked like. So he did come with 12 sticker details throughout, which I will point out when I see them. Let's look at the minifigure stand and display plaque. This does appear to be the exact same minifigure from the Lego Ghost set that came out in 2023, also based on the Ahsoka series, which it's the best version of Chopper as he has the back printing on his astromech body and the back of his head. Really only R2-D2 in a few instances has had this backside print treatment, so it's nice that Chopper gets it too. Then of course the plaque, which is standard for these buildable figure sets, and of course now those are printed too, thank goodness, because I was just terrible at applying them when they were the giant stickers. I put all of them on crooked. Now let's get into this perfect little boy. He looks great, as I mentioned earlier. As he stands, he is not the tallest boy, and I will do a size comparison with R2-D2 from last year towards the end of this video. But they got his proportions pretty spot on. The one thing I was scared of that they would get wrong was his top dome. You know, it's not rounded the way that R2-D2's is. You know, he has a flat top. And I think they got this right. Like the curves are good and the roundness is good. Starting with the front side of his face, there's a yellow and orange sticker detail. And one thing that does bother me is that this yellow stripe shouldn't go all the way to the top. You can actually see it here in my hoodie as well. Like there should be like some orange on top of the yellow stripe. And it's the same for the Ahsoka show, so that's not like a Rebels versus Ahsoka series difference. So I'll be swapping that out later. You can move his antenna around whichever way you want it to point. There's Chopper's like animated and expressive arms. You can remove them if you want, but why would you want to do that? You can also rotate his head fully. Can you just hear this in your head? His head also has a really cute little feature. So on the back side of his body, you will see this lever, and this lever will make his head kind of go side to side. I love this so much because Chopper, you know, he's just a little junky, clunky. He's an older droid model than R2. He's just clunkier by nature and also a little rough around the edges. So you can just imagine him like huffing and puffing around the ship, you know, like all right, so on to the 2 side legs that are attached to his body. They have limited mobility, but you know, so do R2's, and you don't really need them to actually rotate like all the way around anyways. There's 5 sticker details on both of the feet, and then a few rope pieces for that droid wiring detail and a tube on the front right side. The 3rd wheel in the center is removable, so it doesn't retract the way that it should in real life, or if we had a chopper like this, but in the size of the 2021 R2-D2, where it retracts in and out. I don't actually think at this scale that's possible. With the R2-D2, that's the same scale from last year. It doesn't retract into his body. You have to like pull it out. I personally prefer to display it with the wheel on. I just think it looks better that way, like he's in motion. And then the center of his body, so his body was built very similar to R2's, where you build like a sort of Technic frame and then you build the 4 panels around it. Other than the detail on the back side that I showed y'all of this lever, there's not much going on there. In the front there are 6 sticker details, but something I love is that they included his electro shock arm prod. Like, it's built out. I thought for sure they were gonna make that a sticker because they did that with the R2-D2. Like, the 2 arms in the front, they're actually not arms, they're just sticker parts. Down here, there's this part that folds outward. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be the fire extinguisher or the arc welder, because I know he also has a buzz saw, but the buzz saw comes out of one of these vertical slots. Which reminds me, R2-D2, the one from last year, the small one, did have like sort of vertical panels here that you could remove, and then they put like an alternate build for him to have vertical arms. So now I'm a little upset that Chopper didn't get that same treatment, and we could have gotten a little buzz saw on the side. And honestly, that's it. That's all there is to the best little droid in the galaxy. 2 things I want to do before I end this video. First, I want to swap out the eyes for the correct color. Kind of funny because actually underneath the build, they did put like a blue stud in there, and it's on both sides. The second thing I want to do is, remember, I want to get rid of this yellow tile on top and make it orange, because technically there is some orange on the top part here. So I'm just going to swap that out really quickly as well. I think this looks miles better just with those 2 like small changes. Obviously, trying to make a green leg is going to be a little bit more complicated, but you can bet your behind I'm going to be trying to do that because I want a Rebels version of Chopper. I also sort of want to recolor one of these into the black and red one from when Chopper's in his Rebel spy disguise. It's safe to say I will pretty much be buying a few of these Chopper Lego sets because he's just my favorite droid. I love the box art. I never understood quite why some people would buy multiples of the same set and like keep it sealed, but like that's exactly what I'm planning on doing. I'm probably not the best person to ask if I think the set is worth $100 because I'm gonna say 1,000 times over yes, but I mean there's 1,039 pieces. Price per parts is there, $100, 1,000 pieces. You get the superior version of the Chopper minifigure, although there's literally only 2 Chopper minifigures. There's always the argument, of course, about why do we have so many stickers instead of printed parts, but you know, like that's just not going to change anytime soon. R2-D2 at the same price had stickers. But you know, speaking of that R2-D2, that one did go on sale several times in the last year for like 15 to 20% off, I think at Target and Amazon at least a few times. So if you don't fancy paying $100 for this little guy, I'm pretty sure he'll go on sale sometime in the next year. Speaking of R2 though, because I know you're gonna ask, look at how perfect they look together. Look at how great they scale together. And you see what I mean? Where he's like shorter, this Chopper's a little guy, but like they're the same number of pieces. I think they're only off by like a couple 20. This is what I was talking about, where like you can remove these 2 tiled panels and replace the section with other arms for R2-D2. It would have been nice to see that for Chopper so he could have his buzz saw coming out of one of the sides. But then again, Chopper does get this electric prod stick that comes out, whereas for R2, they just put these top ones as like stickers. Same range of motion for the legs, it seems like. Also same retractable leg where you just stick it into the center of this Technic hole. If you've made it this far, please give this video a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you here. Okay, bye!